Hey guys, what is going on? This is MaddenDvinik and I am back, and today I wanted to mix it up a little bit, and I saw a teammate of mine, in Clan Warriors, get attacked by an army of 20 witches and a queen with the following spell combination of 1 rage, 2 jump spells, and 2 free spells. And the destruction was absolutely insane, so I decided to try this out on my own. Now, these first few attacks might not be the best, but I will improve at it. And this is my original MaddenDvinik account, so I'm not that high in trophies, but I did try to find bases with high loot, so this is one of them here. And pretty much the strategy is to deploy 20 witches all at once. Hopefully you don't hit a giant bomb, and drop those jump spells so that the witches can go on the inside. And here I get pretty lucky. Some of the witches decide to turn a little bit, and I do have that second jump spell that I was able to drop. So I mean, up there the skeletons did break through, and at the bottom we have a jump spell. Now I could have done a little bit of a better job freezing stuff on this one. I should have already frozen the wizard towers and the mortars, but I did that a little bit too late. That's alright, we're still moving through. Also, the queen deployment is best at the beginning, as well as the rage spell should have gone also at the beginning. But the only thing I messed up on this so far is that I wish the witches actually jumped through the corner at the top and not on the sides. That way we could have had a mass of 20 witches deploying a bunch of skeletons, and the skeletons, guys, in masses, even though there's like wizard towers and mortars, there's just so many of them, they overwhelm the base. And as you see on this one, there's already 2 stars, and I do understand this isn't the most difficult base in the world, but speaking of just having 20 witches and a few spells and then the queen, I'm not even going to be using the king in today's videos, just because the original one never had a king. And yeah, so I'm calling this 20 witches and a queen. So far 68%. We're slowing down a little bit. Looks like we're gonna just end it here real quick after the queen is done, possibly, because it doesn't seem like we're gonna necessarily 3-star this one, and there's only a few witches left at the bottom. So let's go ahead and see where the queen takes us. She's about to go down. There she goes. And at this point, it looks like I'm gonna let him work on that gold storage just for a little bit, even though it's kind of empty. And right now we're gonna go ahead and quickly cut it here. So this is our first raid. Looks like we're just gonna end here with possibly maybe 74%, maybe. Yes, okay, so we're gonna end with 74%. That'll be it for this raid. Got some awesome elixir on this one. Now, this is a very expensive army. I don't even know what I'm spending for cooking 20 witches, but the dark elixir has been going quite quick. And so here's our next raid. Now, this is even more resources, 430,000 of each one. Town Hall 10, actually a fairly not a difficult base, but it's fairly upgraded. I mean, we got level 9 walls, we got some good defenses. It looks like everything is 1 level before being maxed out for the most part. Now, we did get lucky, and the infernos on this one are multi-target, but they are both upgrading, so that's gonna help us a lot, because usually I'd have to use my free spells on the infernos. In this case, I can use them on anything like the mortars or the wizard towers. And as you see, there's the first drop. I kind of thought that would help them a little bit. There's some archers from the clan castle. In fact, not some, but there's a lot of them. So that took a lot of time to take care of, but they're gone now. All we have to really worry about is the giant bombs, and so far skeletons are stepping on them, and that's okay. That's what we want to happen, as long as the witches don't necessarily hit a giant bomb directly and blow up. We are fine. So there you see a bunch of skeletons being deployed, but guess what? It's skeletons versus a ton of skeletons, so you know that actually happened pretty quick there, and it didn't really do too much negative impact on this raid. So the queen right there is actually almost dead, and I barely save her. By the way, this is a replay only for the reason because I completely forgot to hit record when I found this raid. I was just searching for about 15 minutes, and I saw a bunch of resources, and I'm like, we gotta go for this one. So yeah. And yeah, I did save the queen, and she's actually gonna live for quite a while from now on, because there's not many defenses that are targeting her. In fact, there are none right now. Over there, the witches just took out that gold storage, and now they're going for that elixir. We're almost at the 2nd star. There are a few skeletons coming from the left, not a big deal at all. They're gonna kill a few witches and whatnot, but amazingly, they still survive somehow, even with the mortar fire. I do have that king, but like I said, in this particular army, I am not allowed to use the king. It's like kind of a challenge, but it's kind of an army. But if you guys are going to try this army, definitely use the king. I'm just trying to, like I said, I'm trying to stay as original as to the original attack, if that makes any sense. All right, so that's going to be 2 stars. Awesome resources, 330 of each, plus 943 dark elixir, and 2 stars on that one. Okay, now here I deployed 2 witches in front. I sort of sacrificed 1. That was just to check for giant bombs. You know, I'd rather lose 2 witches than 20. And yes, that does happen. Has not happened to me yet, but I expect it will sometime in the future. Now, here is a really weird kind of box that's opened up on the top, and I didn't really want to drop a jump in there, but I should have dropped it directly on the archer tower that was just destroyed. And I'm dealing with the problem now, which is being really split up. And I also totally forgot to place a free spell on those mortars in the center. That would have really helped us at the beginning, but you know, we're not doomed at all yet. I mean, the queen is still full and she's level 30. Actually, she's level 40. What am I talking? No, she's 30. She's 30, guys. I promise I'm not drunk. So yeah, she's actually moving in right there, and I finally deployed those free spells. They're over, so now I just have to wait till it's time to activate the queen. And by the looks of it, I mean, the mortars are out, the wizard towers are almost down, there's 1 more remaining, and realistically after that one goes down, as long as we don't, you know, have the whole army step on a giant bomb, that shouldn't cause us too many problems. But we do have that queen, she still has her ability, so you know, even if something like magical happens and they all blow up, I hope the queen can survive the impact. So 83%, 2 stars. We're moving in pretty quick here, and at this point, you know what, why not just activate the queen? I don't know, it doesn't seem like she lost any health, but you know, why not? And what I didn't realize is, yes, this is one of those bases that the person put a bunch of, you know, not a bunch, but just 1 building in each corner, and I do have some extreme lag. I mean, those skeletons really do lag up your device. I've seen, you know, developer iPads run, I think it's 300 witches, and I don't even know how in the world the game doesn't crash at that point, because that device is just struggling to process 300 witches. So we're just sticking to 20. This is not a developer iPad, this is my actual account. And right here we have the queen take down the final builder hut, and that will bring us to 26 trophies, tons of resources, but still not enough dark elixir to cover the army. That's alright though, we're just doing this for fun. And guys, this is the original attack. By the way, this is the Duke from Warriors, that's Nick Knight's clan, and he just posted this replay and he's like, whoa, somebody's using 20 witches on me, check this out. And so I clicked on it, and you know, it's amazing how effective this army actually can be in base designs like these, where you can capture more than 1 compartment with a single jump spell. Now here the multi-target infernos are active, and they were frozen obviously. Now it's going to be really interesting to see the skeletons battle the infernos, because they die fairly quickly to them, but because there are so many skeletons, it's sort of going to be a balanced fight at the beginning, but as the queen arrives and backs them up, it's going to get a lot easier. Now some witches got stuck on the outside, and that's alright. And what was gonna say, I just kind of looked over to the side, sorry about that, guys. Anyways, continuing back to the raid, as you see, there's an intense battle between the infernos and the skeletons, as I talked about, but as the queen goes by one of them, she easily takes that one down. Now that the infernos are gone, this town hall is very exposed. Even though we have a lot of mortar fire, it's not really targeting the witches, so that shouldn't be a problem. And you know, when we're talking about expos and Teslas versus million skeletons, it really doesn't help much to stop them, especially that there are witches behind just shooting down the town hall. And there's that second star, 53%. Still got a minute 37 left. There's a lot of base left. I mean, there's a solid 41% left, less right now, and still got a lot of time. So the queen is kind of by herself at the top, and she's gonna have to be activated soon, but the witches are doing a great job working together at the bottom. There's a few skeletons desperately trying to break through that one wall and join the rest of the team, and then they are all together now. And at this point, things kind of start moving a little bit quicker. I speeded up a little bit for you guys. It is getting a little bit you know, too lengthy of an attack, just watching skeletons go around and murder everyone. But you know, at this point, a few giant bombs go off, and it just amazes me that the witches are still alive. There's, I don't know, I can't really count, but there's about 4 or 5 witches left. Seems like 5. And at this point, you know, the attack would have actually been 100%, but this guy ran out of time. But that is exactly why I decided to make this kind of video today, guys. So that is it. Thank you for that share from the Duke. And that's it, guys. Make sure you drop a like on this video and subscribe for more content coming up. And if you like this, make sure you tell me why in the comments. If you didn't, also tell me. I'm all about the constructive criticism, and I'm always listening to you guys. All right, peace out.